Why are index funds such a popular investing option? Today we are going to talk about what index funds are and why people like investing in them, and then you can determine for yourself if you would like to invest in index funds. I am Tiffany Thomas, your wealth mentor. I achieved financial freedom in my 30s and became a millionaire at age 40. I'm here to help you do that even earlier and easier. So let's dive right in. All right, let's talk about these different reasons on why investing in index funds is such a popular investment option. And I personally invest in index funds, so after this video, you can decide if you want to as well. And I just want to quickly explain what an index fund is. Essentially, an index fund is one single fund that is available in the stock market that you can invest in. But inside of that one single fund is a whole bunch of stocks or even bonds, depending on what type of fund it is. It can even be a mix of those two. And index funds track something else, so they track another type of index. For example, if you've heard of the S&P 500, there is an index that tracks the S&P 500. There is also one that tracks the US total stock market. There's also an international index fund and a whole bunch of other index funds. But they make it really easy to invest in a lot of different investments or companies or bonds by just buying one single fund. Because when you're buying that one fund, you're getting exposure to all of these different companies or bonds within the one single fund. For example, it's like having a purse and you are putting all of your different items in your purse. You have your keys, you have your lipstick, you have some other makeup, you have your wallet, credit cards, all of the different things inside of your purse. So the purse would be like an index fund. It holds all of the essentials that you need. And depending on the purse or the type of index fund, it could have around 500 stocks. So you could have 500 items in your purse, or it could even have 3,000 to 4,000 different stocks inside of it. You could have 3,000 to 4,000 different items inside of your purse, which sometimes my purse gets pretty heavy and I feel like there are thousands of things in it. But that's just a quick example for you. Let's go over these reasons on why investing in an index fund is such a popular investment option. The first reason that an index fund is so popular is because of its simplicity. Like I said, there are a number of companies or bonds inside of just this one single investment, so it makes it very simple for people to invest in numerous companies by purchasing the index fund. It's a very simple investment for beginner investors and seasoned investors. And then the second reason index funds are so popular is because of their past performance. Over time, they have performed really, really well. If we compare them to actively managed mutual funds, where someone is actually managing that fund, there have been studies done that show actively managed mutual funds are, for the most part, not outperforming an index fund. So by paying the extra money for an actively managed mutual fund, you're not actually getting the return on investment that you could be getting with an index fund. And this goes right into benefit number 3 of investing in an index fund, is because of their low fees. If we are comparing them to an actively managed mutual fund, that is going to have a lot higher expense ratio tied to it than an index fund. So honestly, with index funds, we are looking at 0.04%, even 0.03% expense ratio, which is very, very low. With actively managed mutual funds, you're going to find expense ratios around 1%. It could even go up to around 2.5%. And while that may not sound like a lot, when you are comparing it to a 0.03% expense ratio, that fee is going to add up over time. So by choosing that index fund, you're going to keep more of your own money. And then the fourth item on why index funds are a popular investment option is because of the diversification. Like I mentioned before, you can have thousands of companies inside of just one single index fund. So it is so easy to diversify your portfolio with index funds. You don't have to purchase shares of 100 companies or 500 or 1,000 companies in order to diversify your investing. You can purchase one single index fund and have a lot of diversification. And honestly, I have a favorite index fund that I invest in. I go over which fund it is and why I like it so much in another video. I'll leave a link above. You can check it out later on. The first index fund was created in 1976 by John Bogle. Since that first index fund was created, there have been more and more index funds created because it is a very simple, low-cost, high diversification investment that we can make. So if you are considering investing in index funds, just make sure and do your homework. Choose a fund that is going to have a really low expense ratio, really low fees, and has great past performance and has the diversification that you desire. And I personally like investing in an index fund because it is a very passive way to invest in the stock market. I don't have to continuously watch that index fund. I know that it's going to go up over time. And I do have a few individual stocks, so I keep my eye on those stocks. And with those stocks, it's a little more active investing because I do have to keep my eye on those companies and make sure that they are still performing the way that I feel like they should be performing. And if you are thinking that you want to get started in the stock market and even with index funds, I have a free masterclass where I go over how I can help you do that. I will leave a link below in the description. You can click on that link and check out the free masterclass. So comment below and tell me if you are going to invest in an index fund. I'm curious to know. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more awesome content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.